I started CO Global Network at age 67. And the reason I started the company is I'd been an entrepreneur a number of times in my life, started businesses, run businesses for other people. And there were a number of times during my career when I was between a rock and a hard place. I felt so lonely. I was fearful. One of the times that comes to mind right now is my Dallas, Texas time. I was in Dallas in a hotel room, 10 o'clock in the morning, and I was pacing the floor. I had just got a call from my biggest supplier who said, if you don't wire transfer the money this afternoon, John, we are not going to send the product. We were building a company very quickly. We were growing very quickly, and we outpaced ourselves. And I had no idea how I was going to, get that done that afternoon. And I had a payroll to meet on Friday. The fear and the loneliness I felt at that time was absolutely, life-changing. Lowest point of my business career. And I got out of that jam because other entrepreneurs helped me out. They didn't send me money. They sent me advice. They gave me counsel. And one of the people that I called that day called me back. And I called a lot of people. One person called me back and helped me. I can introduce you to this person. I can introduce you to that person. And I was bound and determined at that time that I was going to help other CEOs never get in a Dallas hotel room situation like I did. And so at CO Global Network, our mission, the reason this company exists is to significantly improve the success and lives of CEOs and executives, their families, and their companies. Because when I was going through that time, my family didn't see me very much. And when I look back on my career and my life at this point in time, I feel real bad about that. And I don't want anyone else who's building a business, running a business, to feel that at my age, looking back and saying, I wish I'd done it differently. And so the key for me was having people around me who cared about me, who understood what it was like running a business, so they were peers, and to have a mentor, someone who I could talk with every month in a confidential environment. And so I had, we created CO Global Network, where we have peer groups that meet every month to help each other succeed. And we have mentors who have been successful CEOs who are having one-on-one meetings with those CEOs every month. And the first question of every one-on-one meeting that you would have with your mentor, what's the most important thing we should talk about today, John? What's the highest and best use of our time together? And then we talk about the numbers. Then we talk about your strategic priorities. Then we talk about your people. On a scale of 1 to 10, how did everyone who reports to you perform in the last 30 days? And the last question every month, you can imagine the power of that meeting is, what's the number one thing you need to get better at as the CEO of your company? And how can I help you with that? And so at CO Global Network, the way we deliver that promise of significantly improving your life, 4-hour peer group meeting every month, led by a successful CEO, to make sure that it's a great use of everybody's time and that everybody's learning. And at that 4-hour peer group meeting, 3 or 4 of the CEOs in the group talk about their biggest challenge, their biggest opportunity. I wish I had that, before I got to Dallas, right? The second way we learn is with that one-on-one mentoring, having someone to talk to every month for 2 hours who's been a successful CEO. And I always say to a CEO considering coming into SEAL Global Network is our value to you. We're not consultants. We're not consultants. We're mentors who stand for your success. We listen. We're a sounding board for a CEO. And we ask smart questions because we've been in the fire, just like you. And then the third way we learn is we learn from speakers. We bring speakers in, thought leaders who go deep in a particular area. And so that's sort of a quick overview of SEAL Global Network. There's really 3 big reasons why CEOs get involved. 1, it's lonely at the top. Who do you talk to? Who do you share your biggest victory with? Your biggest challenge? Who do you share the 3 o'clock in the morning challenge with? Who can you talk to about that? Who understands because they've run businesses too. The second reason that people get involved and stay for a long time, it's a place to bring your biggest decisions before you have to make it. Bring your decision to your peer group. Let them check your backswing. These people are running businesses real time. And so, if before you make the decision, before you take it to the board or before you make the decision yourself, take it to a peer group, take it to your mentor. And so that's a big reason why people get involved. The other thing is just professional growth, learning from other people. Everybody in SEAL Global Network is a lifelong learner. The other characteristic is they care about others. It's not just about learning ourselves, it's helping other people get to where they want to go. And so that's a quick overview of SEAL Global Network. And if that resonates with you and you think that might be something you'd like to learn more about, the next step would be for you to meet with one of our group leaders, mentors who's been a successful CEO. So just let us know if you'd like to take that step.